Kind of a pain to get together. Okay, this is a temporary Bob. I promise.
Good food feeds body and soul.
Like games so far, they're getting World Rock every game. Yeah, the game manages to be fun even while you're losing to other players, just because there's still so much other stuff to do and try to get a board together. Even when you're losing to players, you can still like win the AI fights and feel like you're building a board that's doing something. I feel like the game has done a very good job at that.
I've come too far to let you stop me.
Well, you see, the ads have nothing to do with my location. So, did you get a VPN?
Just close your eyes and grab something. Warms my rusty circuits to see that find a home.
Okay, there is no brace here. Is there any difference between upgrading Insect Wing and selling 1-1?
Hooey! Now that's a bargain. That's been sitting there 20 years, waiting for you.
Let me math it out. Well, the math would say no, but...
Well, you're doing your part to clean up the bazaar.
6 is better than 3 and 3? Oh, I guess the math is a little different, huh? It isn't just additive. Right. I'm so used to how every other game would handle CDR. But yeah. I guess it is better to 6%.
Trash is tragedy. Reuse everything.
Value. Oh my god, I am so ready for them to live on 11 life.
I should warn you, I'm not like other Jabalians.
And then do absolutely nothing because they're a day 1 Vanessa board. Classic day 1 Vanessa.
You've got potential.
Marginally better. That is more marginal than I thought it was going to be. That is impressively marginal.
More is more,
This game tracks to the 10,000th position, you'll be upset. Well, I have some news for you, because it tracks way further than that. How do the PvE rewards work when you already have a higher tier item? You cannot get the lower tier item. Additionally, if you have, like, a bronze thing and they have a gold thing, you can't get the gold thing. Works both ways. Yeah, you have to have the exact rarity to get it at all. I kind of want to hold this. You realize I have 7 regen at level 1? It's just the power of Curio. Maybe finding a solution to... Yeah, I imagine that's not the way they want it to be permanently.
It's all about motivation. You gotta know what
I have
you're
heard some people say that
fighting
it does lead to some interesting tech, where like if you keep a wolf pelt around, you're able to take the fight that has a bunch of wolf pelts and you're more likely to get the skill. It's like kind of cool tech. But it's just one of those things that it's so unintuitive that I don't know if it's worth it. Got 11 gold. Let's buff the Bob. You like that more than you like brace hoarding for CDR. Yeah, I mean, I get that.
Hey, when you carry my weapon, I fight alongside you. Use it well. Make me proud.
You life for a level up reward. Oh yeah. I should probably just play Tusk Helm.
My dreams are too big for you to steal.
Yeah, I don't disagree. It is weird that the things that you're not actually paying for count as bought. Especially weird in that it's just some things that are free. Where, like, you have to click them to your inventory. It's the act of clicking them to inventory that is what counts as them being bought, but things like gumballs aren't bought.
Don't let this get you
The
down.
messaging's a little bad. Play around with keeping bronze small items in the patch in your stash when digging for a specific small item after day 9. Yeah, I just feel like the odds that that changes are so small to be practically irrelevant, but drops real rarity. Yeah, but that's the point. So when it rolls a gold, it's never giving you the gold version of one of the bronzes that you're holding. Because it can't give you a gold version of a bronze that you're holding. I'm poor. Sold this pretty easily.
My friend.
God damn it. I really wanted this Bob to be
I don't
temporary.
succeed unless my clients succeed. And I am very
This Bob might not be temporary. Much to my dismay.
This will do well for you. I promise.
The gold do not need stash space, it can't hurt. Yeah, that's fair. It's just I don't know how often I'm in a run where I care that little about stash space. Like, I always want to be leaving 5 spaces open for chocolate.
I have too much strength for one blade. I do not deserve another day.
Not
Keep that
all
space once chocolate comes
Chevaliers are
up.
pacifist.
Yeah. So what, are you just gonna throw away the
Landfill.
bronzes that you pick
Your
up
treasure.
when chocolate pops up? I don't know. Hey, bandies.
Hooey! Now that's a bargain. That's been sitting there 20
Like,
years.
I get it.
waiting for
It might be technically correct, but man.
Warms my rusty circuits to see that find a home.
time is it here? 1 o'clock.
Well, you're doing your part to clean up the bazaar.
Weird item.
Hooey! Now that's a bargain. I can already see all the treasures I'll put here.
Yeah, I'm in Brazil. Yep. Sounds about right. Live in EST. Yep.
My people believe in peace.
When I say 1 o'clock, I mean 1 a.m., not 1 p.m. I am, in fact, an owl.
No hard feelings, right?
Ooh. Ooh.
I am but a humble farmer.
Yeah,
Coins are
my
my... You've planted a
stream
golden
schedule
seed,
doesn't
my
really
friend.
correspond much to the
Harvest
time
will
zone I'm
come
in.
soon. I made that same investment once. I'd say the results are evident, wouldn't you?
Just a time slot that worked well when I started streaming. Yeah, health is has been and probably will always be the most underrated stat. It's like a skill in that it doesn't take up board space while giving you defensive value. But it's just one of those things that I guess isn't super exciting, so people don't like to pick it up. Here that uses health mechanically. Yeah, I'm talking about it in like the other characters. Even the characters that are just using it defensively, it is undervalued. Like, I'm commonly winning my ranked games in duelie mirrors just because I have like 1,000 more life than my duelie opponents.
More is more, I always say.
So we win the race. God damn it. Why is Pig so bad at memeing? I mean, it makes a huge difference pretty much everywhere. Like, a big part of people's mistake during the week that everyone thought Vanessa was the best character was they were getting burst down because they just refused to click on the chocolate bar event. But if you bought any HP, the Vanessa burst comp just fell apart. They couldn't actually kill you.
Cast aside your destruments! I can feel our energies resonating. I'm so glad we can share this
Are we
experience.
doing?
Your aura guided me to what you needed.
I have Bushel model ship. That's, I guess, a defensive package. Why is this not in play? This should always be in play. Silver is a huge difference. Silver to higher tiers isn't a massive difference. You're talking about for chocolate? I usually don't click on the 30 gold chocolate event. Or the 30 life chocolate event. But I'm often spending gold most of the game for the regular chocolate event.
Use that for the good of all. You are enough, friend. But I'm glad you bought this.
You do see these tusks, right?
Shop can usually strike out, you can go to chocolate, which is an own value every time. Yeah, like, you can say that the 150 life stops being as exciting late, but most events aren't very good late. Like, it's either go to a shop or spend an irrelevant amount of gold for 150 life. And the 150 life does add up. And early on, 150 life is like more than 10% of your HP.
I'll show you what I learned from this.
Like, it is actually a very relevant defensive layer early on.
You can learn a lot from losing.
In general, like more often, the percentage increase in efficacy from bronze to silver is 2x. Silver to gold is only 50% stronger. They're outliers for sure. Yeah, I mean, every item is kind of different, but
Reuse, recycle, relax. Trash is tragedy. Reuse everything. Warms my rusty circuits to see that find a home. That's been sitting there 20 years, waiting for you.
what? No, buff the thing that actually has shield on it.
Warms my rusty circuits to see that find a home. Hooey! Now that's a bargain.
Gonna hold that for marbles.
Trash is tragedy. Reuse everything.
Problem is, once you're day 7, the odds you hit upgrade on bronze items is so low that it's still better to get chocolate. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it depends what you're missing, what upgrades you need to hit. But it always does something, and a lot of the times the gold is irrelevant at that point. Like, how much gold did we end the game with on our dually run earlier? We had like 70 gold on our day 11 win. Gold mostly only matters in the early game. Stadium guy eat cold rocket boots? That's sick. Oh, I don't think that I've failed to 10 win after committing to Bob. Usually if I pick up a Bob and it goes wrong, it's because I didn't want to commit. Still need to find my marbles.
I would never debase my wares by haggling. Ugh. Shall I gift wrap it for you?
Does Yo-Yo do anything?
Buyer's remorse never. Be remorseless. I think that suits you beautifully.
Marbles! Cool.
Whoever said money can't buy class had
Okay,
neither.
so... What are we dropping? I dropped the bushel. I think I want to be playing Amber Marbles. I can go... Just the model ship is bad, too.
Tell everyone you got it here.
Scraper waiting room? Maybe.
My people believe in peace. Boring!
I'll keep around the pivots. What the fuck is this? Oh my god. My slows are too slow. Oh wait, no they're not. We have dock lines at home.
Eyes on the prize, huh?
Oh, I griefed. I lost a gold for nothing. End the curio?
Well, howdy, hero.
Brace? Brace?
Well, you're doing your part to clean up the bazaar. Hooey! Now that's a bargain. That's been sitting there 20 years.
Brace? Never lucky.
Trash is tragedy. Reuse everything. Warms my rusty circuits to see that find a home. That's been sitting there 20 years, waiting.
Never lucky get 2 wings. Yeah, we only got 2 wings. What's up with that? Where's my brace? It's like the game doesn't want me to win. On a D4. Rude.
Not all Jabalians are pacifists.
Gold Amber. Gold Amber doesn't even do anything. Much like that proboscis. Well, that's awkward. I can't really afford it. 12, 14, 17. I can't get rid of the Bob. Discus pivot. I can't scale damage on it. Man. I guess to be fair, I'm not even sure what I would do with this. Okay, we need a couple of feathers. I could... Play bushel duct tape over model ship bandages. It's not actually faster. Slightly faster. This is more shield though.
See these tusks, right?
Yo-yos from shipment. Shipment just costs so much gold now.
You've got potential. I bet I'll see you again.
I like the idea of just never getting a skill. Why not? Bonk.
It's all about motivation.
Not bonk.
You gotta know what you're fighting.
It's pretty good though. More slow on the marbles. Okay. Are there any skills that would enable bushel here? Because I do like the idea of... God, this really does not fit. The idea of something like this. Scales healing. Yeah, that's endurance. But this setup has duct tape as the only shield item for bushel. So bushel activates at 5 seconds. Gets 2 seconds back. Still takes 3 seconds to charge again.
Come with no weapons, leave with big bargains.
Just gonna cycle all
Use
these.
that for the good of all. Your aura guided me to
You could keep
what
Loeb
I
around.
needed.
Let's like get rid of these.
I'm so glad we could share this experience today. I can feel our energies resonating.
That theoretically is a direction if we can find the things that make it a direction. Pig doesn't have a lot of those, but... Just getting rid of this. I don't want to deal with it. No, pig doesn't get cinders. Yeah, it's just this.
My dreams are too big for you to steal.
Yeah, you can still get them from Monster Farm. Bonk.
Now that was invigorating.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's just one of those items that you're not really supposed to play on pig, but is a pig item. There are some cool enchants you can use with it, like a fiery pawn chop is a way to scale up its burn damage. Pig memes with a bob. Look. There's nothing more permanent than a temporary bob. Memes are temporary, pops are forever. I knew this was gonna be an issue playing pig. I just kind of hoped we'd get over it. It's the reason why I haven't been playing much pig. Just so many games are you get a starting Bob and then you play Bob for 40 minutes. We're trying to hold a potential pivot in the hand, but it's not even a pivot out of Bob, it's just a pivot into the supporting package. No, pig has some builds. You've got like the Landscraper infinites. You've got Bushel infinites.
Maybe too nice.
Yo-Yo and Big Weapon. Yeah, basically. There's some cool stuff you can do with various enchants. We have had a few cool fiery pawn shop games. Does Void Ray count as a ray? I think it initially didn't, but I heard that they've changed it so that it does. I've heard mixed things. I think it currently counts. Still don't have the ability to pivot here.
I should warn you, I'm not like other Jabalians.
Last two pig games were day 1 gym. I have never seen a gym before day, like, 6. I don't know how you saw a gym that early. Pepper spray not counting as a ray.
No hard feelings, right?
Played like 10 games of this and are incredibly bad. You are the third person in chat tonight to have a similar message to that. And yesterday we also had like 5 people say the same thing. You're in a lot of company. seems to be a common issue. It's rough. As you learn stuff, as you figure out what works, you do feel the improvements. Very satisfying game to learn. Spray gun soon. I'm sure it'll be fixed in the next patch, but the next patch isn't until January.
I'm finished with fighting, but I can help you. Nouveau teaches stillness. I prefer action. Go make some more stories, then come back and tell me.
Doesn't help. Oh. I mean, it might help. Get an idea of what things to aim for.
I got everything you need. Just a matter of
In your ranked runs, that you've heard before, you're set on 9 wins, lost to 2 straight sick burn weather class builds to die at fine again.
Trash is tragedy. Reuse everything. Hooey! Now that's a bargain. Well, you're doing your part.
Have you considered
See,
playing
result
our Lord and Savior, the Eels,
warms my
to
rusty
counter the sick burn
circuits
weather
to
glass?
see that find a home.
That worked for us last night. Matchbox stocks. Oh, true. True.
That's been sitting there 20 years, waiting for you.
Damn.
Trash is tragedy. Reuse everything.
Yield Gaming. It'll be up tomorrow.
Hooey! Now that's a bargain.
I should have cycled the 6 gold thing. Whoops.
You do see these tusks, right?
I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share of stores.
The old skyscraper boards would be better now than they were before. The old skyscraper builds were kind of bait before. The only playable hero week 1 was Vanessa. People
Next
just didn't
time,
know it yet.
boys, less blunder, more plunder.
Oh, don't let this get you down. Eyes on the prize.
But yeah, they had what, like a 4-second cooldown? 4-second bonk is better than the current bonk builds. And the current bonk builds are one of the best things Pig has going on. So I'm just upgrading Bob.
Now that's quality.
Loop's back.
Just close your eyes and grab something. Hat's been sitting there 20 years, waiting for you. Trash is tragedy. Reuse everything. Warms my rusty circuits to see that find a home.
All skyscraper builds were only beat by the crit Vanessa build. Speed trigger before the skyscraper, more like the 2 items on the pig board at the start of battle freeze. Yeah. The start of battle freeze is also relevant for other characters too. Like, it wasn't just Vanessa that would start a battle freeze them. Like, dualies were capable of beating skyscrapers if they just made sure they bought skills. The skyscraper board played 2 freezable items. It was not hard to keep those frozen long enough. Hey, damage jams. With the Bob Knights. Look, the game... I get it. I'm disappointed too.
Well, you're doing your part to clean up the bazaar.
God damn it.
Hooey! Now that's a bargain. Warms my rusty circuits to see that find a home. That's been sitting there 20 years, waiting for you.
Just worse.
Trash is tragedy. Reuse everything.
Like, I should sell my pivot to buy these. We're definitely not pivoting at this point. I'm so sad.
Hooey! Now that's a bargain.
This is the most disappointing perfect game I've ever played.
Warms my rusty circuits to see that find a home.
Clean, cool, professional.
There's also a lot more freeze running on first week. Freeze enchant wasn't more rare than any other enchant. You can see freeze enchanted shop at the same regulars. How about now? I thought the freeze enchant event was always rare. It was just easier to find the shops that gave enchants with freeze on week 1.
Discounts for peace. I'm so glad we could share this experience today.
Ah, yes. Just in time, Signet Ring. Just in time. Look at that. We perfectly spent all of our money.
Are you sure? Have you noticed I'm huge? Hmm?
What?
Now you can learn like a diamond. Flawless.
Can we bonk them? Yes, we can! I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. I hope you guys stick around. Hopefully we'll get an actual funny